Okay, boys and girls, today our interactive read aloud is the book titled Chester Raccoon and the Big Bad Bully, written by Audrey Penn. What is a bully? Think about what a bully is. Is a bully a nice person? Or is a bully a person who may act mean or ugly to you? Think about that as we read Chester Raccoon and the Big Bad Bully. Now, there's some words I want to introduce you to before I read the book, because I want you to listen out for these words in the story. The first one says confidence. Confidence. If you have confidence in yourself, you believe in yourself, you believe that you are able to do anything you put your mind to. So that word says confidence. The other vocabulary word, eager. Eager. If you're eager to do something, you're ready to participate. This little student is ready to learn, raising her hand. She's eager to answer. She's prepared. All right, frightened. If you're frightened, you're scared of something. Surprised. You're surprised. Someone may surprise you with something. That's a surprised look. And then the last vocabulary word I want you to listen for in the story is gloomy. Gloomy. If you're feeling gloomy, how's that little boy look? Sad. He may hold his head down. So gloomy is another word for sad. Okay, let's read the story now. Chester Raccoon and the Big Bad Bully. Chester Raccoon stood in front of his tree, hollow, looking gloomy. His younger brother, Ronnie, and his best friend, Cassie, stood beside him. "We don't want to go to school," Chester told his mother. "We want to stay home with you. Please, may we stay home with you?" "I thought you liked school," said Miss Raccoon. "We do," said Chester. Then why do you want to stay home with me?" Chester lowered his head and shuffled his foot. He explained in a quiet, muffled voice. Miss Raccoon reached out and tenderly lifted Chester's head with her hand. "What did you say?" Chester gazed into his mother's loving eyes and gulped. "There's a bully at school." "And he's horrible," cried Ronnie. "He's big and mean, and he has giant claws on his hands and feet," wailed Cassie. "And fangs," screeched Chester. "And fire comes out of his nose, and if you get in his way, he'll step on your face and squash you like a bug." "Like a bug?" echoed Ronnie. "Oh my, he sounds very scary," said Miss Raccoon. "Bullies can be very difficult. I'll tell you what," she told the frightened cubs, "I'll walk you to school and back. Then we can decide what to do about this bully." When the raccoons reached the school tree, Chester tugged on his mother's arm. "That's him. That's the bully." He pointed a trembling finger at a badger standing by the pond. "Isn't he awful? Isn't he the most scary looking bully you've ever seen?" There's Badger. "Oh my, yes," whispered Miss Raccoon. "But I'm sure we can work things out before leaving." She gently fluffed Chester's mask and playfully tweaked Ronnie's nose. "Be brave," she told the cubs, and gave each of her sons a comforting kiss in their palms. After school, Chester, Ronnie, and Cassie told Miss Raccoon how Badger bullied his classmates at recess. First, he snatched a ball away from the squirrel and popped it. Then he climbed atop the jungle gym and squashed the opossum's fingers until the opossum fell to the ground. Then he spooked a doe. He bumped into the skunk, who got so scared that he sprayed and stunk. Even Owl Teacher couldn't get him to behave. Sometimes animals are bullies because they don't know any other way to be, explained Miss Raccoon. But I think there's a way you can change things. Go get your friends and bring them to our tree. I want to share a story. A few minutes later, a crowd of eager young forest animals stood at the base of Chester's tree house. And Miss Raccoon began her tale. A tale is a story that teaches a little lesson. So let's see what she's going to tell them. Once, a long time ago, there was a secret forest sprinkled in yellow stones. The stones were round and polished, big and little, and smooth enough to hold. Every animal in the forest collected and treasured them. See those stones? Bright yellow stones. Stones are like smooth rocks, nice and smooth, and feel good when you touch them. One day, an animal found a blue stone. It was very exciting since no animal had ever seen a blue stone. But the blue stone was rough and dull, without any polish or shine. And it had sharp, prickly points sticking out of it, making it very hard to hold. Okay, there's the blue stone. See how it's sharp and it's kind of dull? It's not like the yellow stone, smooth and bright. Careful not to hurt their paws, the animals carried the stone to the center of the forest and placed it atop a tree stump where everyone could see it. Okay? Taking the stone, the blue stone, to put it on top of a treetop so everybody can see it. Perhaps the stone is blue because it popped out of the ground too soon, suggested a fox. So the animals waited and watched for many days and nights to see if the blue stone would turn yellow. But the stone remained blue, and its outer shell remained sharp and pointy. They're watching it, but it's not changing. I believe the stone is blue because that is the color it is meant to be, said a very wise snake. Wise means smart. Therefore, we shall treasure the blue stone for the color it is. But if we want to hold the stone as we do our yellow stones, we'll have to work together to smooth its outer shell. So first, the woodpeckers took turns chipping off the stone's sharp, prickly points with their beaks. Then the chipmunks rolled the stone with their noses, while other animals shined and buffed the stone with tree bark and fluffy tails. In time, the blue stone was as smooth and shiny as the yellow stones. Look how shiny and smooth. They all worked together to get the stone looking how they wanted it to look so they could hold it. Miss Raccoon smiled down at the young animals listening to her story. The badger at your school is just like that blue stone, she explained to Chester and his schoolmates. He is a badger, and that is the way he is meant to be. But if you work together, I think you can smooth out his bullying ways. The next day at school, when the recess bell rang, all the little animals went outside together. Let's see what's going to happen. What do you think they're going to do to try and smooth out Badger and make him a nicer person so he's not a bully? What do you think? Let's see what happens. They huddled close to one another and walked toward the bully in one great big confident pack. Confident. Remember our word confidence? Okay? They're confident that they're going to help him out and make him a nicer friend. So they walked toward the bully in one great big confident pack, with Chester in front holding a ball. What do you think he's going to do with the ball? I wonder what he's going to do. At first, the bully looked at them with a twinkle in his eye, thinking, I'll get one of you. What do you think Badger's thinking right now? Watching these animals walk together in a pack with a ball, knowing in his mind that he's been very mean and ugly bullying those animals. What do you think he thinks they're going to do? Hit him with the ball, maybe? But as the pack got nearer and nearer to him without a hint of fear, the Badger's expression changed. His eyes widened. His jaw dropped. His knees grew weak and wobbly. Suddenly, it was the bully who was scared. He began to whimper and squeal, and he thought, they're coming to get me back. But there was nowhere to run. He just stood there with his back up against a tree as his classmates drew closer and closer and closer. What do you think is going to happen? Look at the look on his face. He looks very surprised, doesn't he? Or maybe worried. Maybe a little worried. Finally, Chester was nose to nose with the trembling Badger. He narrowed his eyes and looked as serious as his little furry face would allow. Then, without hesitation, he held up the ball, looked straight into the bully's eyes, and asked, "Want to play?" Huh? The surprised bully stopped shaking. He looked at his classmates. You were laughing and offering friendship. You want me to play with you? He squealed with delight. He gently took the ball out of Chester's hands. Okay, he told them, I'll play. So in one short moment, the Badger softened and the bully became a friend. The Badger didn't need to bully anyone ever again. Chester glanced toward the wooded path and saw his mother watching and smiling. She placed a kiss in her palm and showed it to her son. Chester did the same and then joined in the fun. So, what Chester's mom did helped the story with the stones, helped the kids go back to school and use that story to know how to help make Badger a better friend and not be a bully anymore. Hope you enjoyed it.